Hello, Aries. Welcome to Souls Intersect. I have your August of 2016 General Intuitive Tarot reading. If you're interested in getting a private reading with me, please email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com, or you can book directly through my website, and I'll put the link to that in the description below. Okay, this is really interesting. Readings for this month, for the general readings, have been very focused on this energy of self-healing, looking inward, looking at some past issues, some lingering issues that are intended to help you move forward. So it's a theme that I've been compelled to do for this month. And it's the idea is that it seems to be covering issues that, as I said, may be sort of lingering things in your life. They may not be causing any acute problems or anything like that, but I just feel that my guidance is really encouraging my viewers to do things and look at things and improve things to even better themselves in a way that will help them to be at more peace. And again, this is just a theme for this month. And the interesting thing is that this is very related to the Cancer reading. So I have a feeling that a lot of you have Cancer in your chart, and for some of you, Cancer rising or Cancer moons. And if that's the case, I would definitely watch the general reading for Cancer as well. So the similarity is this idea about parents and the role that they played in your lives. So there's going to be some difference between this reading and the Cancer reading, of course, but I just want to touch on what I picked up on for Cancer because it does feel like it's also carrying over to Aries for some reason. The idea is just that there's something about how your parents raised you, and it could be just one or the other for some of you, of course, and maybe even for some of you, you weren't raised by your actual parents. Regardless, it's either their role that they played by being there or not being there, and how it shaped who you are in some way and your beliefs and ideas, that it's something that you're carrying with you, that it feels like it's holding you back from fully being yourself. So that is what you're being encouraged to look at. And it's to get to a place of more peace. So again, for some of you, it may be more of an acute issue, like it may actually be influencing a decision that you're facing right now, or some emotions that you're dealing with right now, or events with maybe in a relationship with someone else. But for some of you, it may just be sort of lingering stuff that you're being encouraged to look at and clear away, just to get to a better place, to get to higher ground. And so, but specific to this Aries reading, it feels also more like some of you may have lost a parent recently, or possibly both for someone. That feels pretty specific, but I get the sense that for some of you, you may have, yes, lost a parent recently, or are dealing with an ill parent that may be something really consuming you right now, or maybe, and in that case, it feels like the other parent is also feeling very consumed by it, or it could also be in ending in some other way with the parents, like maybe you've already begun this process of sort of breaking away from something that they wanted for you, something that they've imposed upon you in some way, some sort of burden, maybe a responsibility that you've been taking on that you no longer want to. If that's the case, it does feel like it's something that's already been underway. But for some of you, it may just be that they've gone to a new level in some way, like a recent divorce of your parents, or they've moved either together or separately somewhere else, like away from your childhood home, or some sort of big change like that that's already caused you to look inward, and is definitely, it feels like dulling in some way your inspiration, who you are, where you're at in your life right now. So the message overall is to look at this, to look at what's happening with them, the role that it's playing in your life, how big a role, how they shaped you, what you feel is different about you from them, and to do your best to value that more, because it does feel like a release of some kind needs to take place. And it doesn't feel like an attachment or anything like that. I'm not really picking up on codependency with parents or anything like that. And remember, too, this could be for you Aries of any age. So for some of you who are younger, it could still be the influence that they have in your life and your decisions. That could also be true for those of you who are older, but also for those of you who are older, it could just be more about how they shaped something about who you are, something about how you approach things. And for you also, it feels like maybe how much you trust yourself. And this isn't to shed negative light on your parents at all. I just feel that your guidance and my guidance is really just encouraging looking at this, because we're all individuals, and so many times we can be held back by not feeling so individual, especially in relation to family of origin stuff and things with parents. So it may just be as simple as looking at qualities that you may like or dislike in either parent, and looking at yourself and the role that you feel it's played in your life, and whether or not that's something that you want to change or do something about. And sometimes it's just recognizing things too, that maybe it doesn't have to be a massive change for some of you, but I do feel that like a release is in order. I had the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck that I didn't put out, so it does feel like an emotional release would take place. And so for those of you who have lost a parent, that does feel like maybe a bigger breakthrough, like something that you'll realize now that they have passed. And maybe for some of you, just kind of looking inward about the issues I discussed, it could be a release in that way, an emotional release, and embracing yourself more and feeling more individual in some way. Okay, Aries, thank you so much. And I also have the love reading for Aries for the month of August that has been out. So definitely check that out too if you're interested. And if you'd like a private reading, again, please email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com. Thank you.